Hello guys, what is up? It is the GlitchGuy here, bringing you another video. Today we're actually going to be showing you how to mod in your very own cars into GTA Online using these new applications and whatnot, aside from the new patch that came out. There's no disk smashing involved in this one. But basically I wanted to show you guys, so I actually put this new this skin in, but basically I'm going to give you a few download links and I'm going to explain everything, but I'm going to explain this part in depth later. So basically what you're going to need to do is you're obviously going to need a computer. You're going to need 3 different programs to bring these in online. First, I'm going to show you how to bring in your vehicles and whatnot. One thing I did want to add before I started talking, you're going to basically, if you haven't watched my video already, I'll have a link or an annotation in it. But you're going to have to bring in and mod your own cars, or any car you want in single player you can bring into online. I'll explain that later. But when you have a device loaded, I only have 3 USB ports and I'm using all of them, so I can't load a device. But when you want to, now this is for Xbox, PS3 users, what you're going to do is you're going to go into your My Computer or your Finder, and you would go in, and it would be under PS3, and I think it's like BLUS, blah, 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 a bunch of numbers, and it says like GTA 5, and lots of numbers. And this save file is called rage.sav. I know it sounds really stupid, but this is basically, if you had Horizon, what you would do is you would save your file, and again, there's an in-depth tutorial, I'll link you guys to that. I'm not going to go over it. You would save your file onto your computer by extracting the selected file. And I'll show you, I have my files here because I saved them onto my computer. And basically what you do is you would save it, and this is how it looked like if it came off an Xbox. It would look something like that. So once you have your save file on your computer, obviously if you don't know how to do it, just watch that video. You're going to open up, this is the new version. I've used this one in that video, but there's a new version out that has bulletproof tires and the new cars from the new patch. The previous save editor did not have bulletproof tires, and actually the save that I use to show this glitch was made using this save editor. But this one works. I've tested it out and it works 100%. So what you would do is you would have your save editor here. Obviously you can see 2.0.0.5, and look at this weird looking Elgato here. Alright, it's a glitch. Anyways, I'm recording my stuff with an Elgato. What you would do is you would open up your Grand Theft Auto save editor here. Modify your whatever car you want. So say I want the Brute, you would use that, and it does have all these things. I know I'm jumping right into this, but basically you would download your save file. You'd leave a car in your garage on your Xbox. Then you download your save file, and in Michael's garage, the character Michael, you can choose between characters using this. But the character Michael should have a car in his garage that you can modify. If not, here's a modified file, and I'll link you up to it. But basically, it would look like this. You would go ahead and click on this button here, and it'll show you what car you have inside of your garage. So now, what I really just wanted to really quickly show this is now if you go down to wheels and wheel accessories, bulletproof tires is an option. I have it checked because I messed around a second time, but I didn't record it, and I wasn't feeling the way. This stuff here, I did not notice anything different, but if you try this on normal cars, let me know what it does. But basically what you do is you would inject your save file, or you would extract it from your Xbox or your USB. You would go ahead and you would bring it into this save editor here. You would put your vehicle in here, in your current characters, by clicking on this. Not this one here. You can't modify their normal car. It stays permanently that car, and you can't modify the actual type unless you have ISO mods. Then you go ahead and save the game. Now I already have it saved, so I'm just going to go ahead and close it. And now that you have your save file, right? So basically you have your save file in here. Here's where it is. You would go back into your Horizon or into your folders, and you would open up Horizons, or obviously your My Computer or whatever you're using. Wait for that to go ahead and open, and there's somebody Skyping me. Let me just turn this to Do Not Disturb real quick. And after you have your save file, you would go ahead and right where your old file was, you would right click and hit inject file, and you would inject your save over to your Xbox. Now, once you have your your single player car in your garage and you want to bring that into GTA Online, that's where we're going to go ahead and download. Obviously, when you do that and it works correctly, you're going to want to go ahead and download this thing called NetTools 5. I will leave a link in the description for it. But NetTools, along with the help of YouTube, yes, YouTube helps you bring in vehicles into GTA Online. What we're going to do is you're going to open up your NetTools 5, right? And if you scroll all the way down, there's something called a UDP flutter. Basically, you would change your IP because right now that's set to localhost, and localhost is basically your computer. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to set it to this. This is the IPv4. I don't have to explain this. All you have to do is just enter this. Enter 27.27.27.27, and then see how it says data here. You're going to hit Control-C, or you can right-click and hit copy, and then hit Control-V or hold Control-V. It's the equivalent of pasting it. On Mac, it's Command-C and Command-V. And you're going to paste a crap ton of data, right? These little data guys here. You're going to want to go ahead and drag up the speed all the way to 10. So now that you have this tool set up here, you can go ahead, jump on over to YouTube, and here's our channel here. You can go ahead and start uploading any random video. Doesn't matter what it is. Bigger the file, the longer it takes. And this is what essentially what we're doing here is we're slowing down your internet, but don't start uploading yet. I'm gonna meet you over on the Xbox, and I'm gonna tell you what to do from there. But basically, what you're doing with this is you're slowing down the internet, so the transition between going to the Xbox store and leaving GTA Online has that little gap of time there. And this is how you're going to bring in cars. I'm gonna better explain this having the Xbox open. But yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Alright, now that we're on our Xbox or our PlayStation, you can go ahead and start up your game how you normally would. Of course, while I load this up, you have to load it up a first time in case you haven't watched the original video. You have to load it up a first time before loading your save, like your modified save up another time, because it goes back to your original autosave. It's pretty inevitable. Every time you do this, you're basically gonna have to load it up twice. Of course, though, once you have it loaded on your actual thing, the autosave will be of your modified file, so in the future it'll work. Anyways, this glitch, I know it may not seem at the moment, but it's not for the faint of heart. It takes a while. It took me about 2 hours to actually perform. And as you can see here, I shoot out the bullets. That's because again, as I said before, I modified it on the 2.0.0.4 save. So obviously you can see the bullets there basically penetrated the tires because of the fact that I didn't have the newer version. By the way, that's the brute stockade that we added in before. So here I loaded it up another time. I don't know why I did that, but I think it was just basically because I was like, I don't want shot out tires or something like that. In the end of the video, actually, I don't actually physically show it driving around online because apparently that part of the clip was corrupted. I didn't feel like sitting here and doing it again over and over again. So here you see, here's your van. Make sure whatever car you're bringing in online is all the way back into the back of the garage. See that again, the tires are aren't bulletproof in this one. Of course, when I modded it up and modded it, I guess you can say modded it up, I basically brought it in as bulletproof tires, but I never bought it into online because I was having a hard time with that, doing it so low. So anyways, when you want to start this up, just make sure your garage door is closed like so, and you can join. By the way, I wanted to point this out as I leave this menu. You can bring in Michael's car if you wanted to too. I know a lot of people like that car or whatever. It's actually really easy to bring in. You do the same glitches we do here over and over again. So basically right now you can join and play any GTA Online session. I've heard that sometimes it won't work correctly if you join an invite only. Like in the past, you could only join invite only sessions, but with the new glitch, it actually works better when there's more people on. So you're gonna want like either a full session with your friends in there, of course, or something like that they can join. So basically, you can get your car. Here we spawn in my apartment. I speed it up a little bit. when you want to do this glitch, you're going to make sure that you are outside. If you are inside, you're going to walk around as Michael inside your apartment, and that's not going to do you any good. So here's my character. Obviously, I've used it in all my videos. No different than the rest. So you just basically walk out, leave your apartment as you normally would. It's not too hard. I mean, if you don't know how to leave your apartment, then you shouldn't even be watching this video at this point. So as he walks outside, make sure you get a little bit of distance away. As I do here, I run a little bit away because sometimes if you're close enough, it'll actually put you back into the apartment. I've had that happen, and believe me, sitting there for an hour and finally getting it and you get stuck inside the apartment, it's not that fun. So that's a pretty proper distance. Out on the sidewalk or in the street right across or right outside the apartment usually works just fine. Right here I went actually away a little bit, so I had to speed this little clip up. But once your character decides that he's ready, you're going to go over to your internet as so you can watch this basically, and you'd go over to your Xbox game store and click on store, and then you'd hop right back to your computer. And okay, so now that you're ready to basically place your vehicle, or you're bringing it into online, and you have that menu open, you can select your file to upload. Now, I personally like to use large files that I just randomly have lying around. I have a lot of old Battlefield 3 files that I never bother to sort through. So what I would do is I would go into here and grab like a big file, and if I hover over it, it's like a 2.3 gig file. It should take however long. This is going to essentially slow down your internet and prepare you for this. Now, while you still have your phone open, see, look at that. While you still have your phone open, you're going to want to go ahead or at least now that you're on the Xbox, the option to open up that menu. You're going to go ahead and start your Flutter. And as soon as you start your Flutter, you're going to transition over to the Xbox, or the basically follow these on-screen instructions. As you saw there, basically what happened was we didn't have enough lag, I guess you can say, on our internet, on our computer, and basically the UDP Flutter at that point didn't have enough data. That's because if you saw before, entering on the UDP Flutter, you just basically type out the words data, which is I guess is really annoying to type out, or unless you just hold down Control V. But if in the event that this happens where you don't have enough time, either you would do that or begin uploading a brand new YouTube video. I know you can upload the same exact video and you can delete these files afterwards. It really doesn't matter. So here I show another time of me trying the same thing. Basically, all you would do right here is open up your phone. Actually, in this part I wanted to show and I wanted to explain. Sometimes what happens is if you open up your if you try to open up your phone, it won't even let you open your phone because of the fact that I guess you just did the glitch and it doesn't love you enough. But you would open up a gun and aim it, or pretty much any tool or weapon. You would aim that weapon or interact with that weapon, and it'll reopen the phone, obviously, but it'll fix that little glitch there. So as you saw there, again, we tried it and it didn't give us enough time. I mean, you can also hear bullets in the background, hooray. But basically, once you do it, by the way, here's what it'll look like when Michael's in online. As you can see in the bottom left, it's both Michael, obviously, there's players right there, and there's the broken bottle, proving that this is 1.06 and you can actually do this. The reason I skipped to this clip right away is because this is the clip of me actually doing it correctly. Unlike some of the other ones I'm going to show at the end. Here's where that's perfect timing. If you watch exactly here, you would really quickly press start, go over to online, leave GTA Online like right after the animation's over. Make sure as soon as you leave GTA Online, right before you hit the Xbox Game Store or the PlayStation Game Store, to turn off your UDP Flutter. Hit stop on it. Because if you keep it going through the game store and leave, it'll think that basically you lost connection to online, which is a glitch that frequently happens. So when you spawn back in, usually you'll have this little animation here where it zooms in on the ground, and then it does like a camera pan like that, how you would normally if you're doing single player. But if you check in the bottom left, there it is. There's the green and the blue, which take up half of the entire map bottom, I guess, the key. So when you spawn in, you're going to be frozen inside of Michael's house. To fix this, all you need to do is join the Xbox Game Store or PlayStation Game Store and leave. Because basically it registers you as being single player, so you're interacting. In this cutscene, you'll be playing video games with Jimmy. So it basically, if you leave and join the Xbox Game Store or PlayStation Game Store, it'll fix that little issue there. So if you go ahead and walk through and walk downstairs, by the way, you can also see the players on the bottom left-hand side. All the players are there. So if we walk through, there is your brute stockade. This is your piece of machinery. This is 1.6, obviously. If we go and show you here, options, there it is, 1.06. So this is workable. This is doable. It's not like it won't work. The more players you have in the session, the easier it is for you. And there's the broken bottle to double prove that it's the beach bum pack working. This is the part where you're going to need a second player to do this. Basically, what you would do from here is you would jump into your truck, start it up, and right around here, I start inviting people to my party because I needed somebody to do this. The one person who I was going to do it with, they had to go for dinner. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get your friend to help you out. Basically, you just bring him over. He has to know where Michael's house is, obviously, because your blip, your icon will not appear on their map. You are completely invisible to them. They can't see Michael, nor can they see your character's blip. They can't even see you in the list of players. You're invisible, but you can see everything they do. So basically from here, once your friend walks up to Michael's house, a good 9 out of 10 times, Michael's garage will be open for them. Again, I lost this part of the cutscene because the video file was corrupted. And to do this again, it's a lot easier for me to just explain what to do. And here my friend Legitimately 11 or whatever his name is, Legitimately something or another, 11, yeah. He helps me out, but basically all you have to do, have to get your friend to do is he'll walk up, he'll press Y. His character, like his online character, it has to be a normal online character. The character will freeze, and basically to get out of this problem, you as yourself as the single player character, press Y to get out of the car. Both you and him will be frozen. All he has to do is press B and Y over and over again. So it's like quickly tap B as if he's gonna punch something, and Y, and it should get you out of the out of being frozen, I guess. And then once you get out of being frozen, that character, the single player character, will basically get into the car, and then the car will disappear. Sometimes the character doesn't disappear, but once this happens, they'll spawn outside. In case basically the garage door is closed, you would walk up to basically against the garage door, and then press Y, and it'll actually glitch you inside in case the garage door is closed. But if, like I said, 9 times out of 10, the garage door will be open for that player. So if in case, of course, I'm going to repeat myself here, if that garage door is closed for the person who's playing normally, all they would have to do is walk up to right against the door and press Y. So once they get the car, all you have to do is leave GTA Online and join back normally. It won't affect anything to join a second time to join their lobby. But once they teleport outside, they have the car. It's in their hands, and they can drive it around. You can do whatever you want with the car. It's a 2-person process, so unfortunately, if you have no friends, there's a longer process involving both Franklin and Trevor, but I'm not going to get into detail with that. So I'm sorry I basically couldn't show you how to, I love that word basically, don't you? I'm sorry I couldn't show you how to get the actual physical car in via actually showing you the thing in driving around online. But hopefully it should work for you, and if it doesn't, please leave a comment and I'll be happy to get back to you and help you out as to why this isn't working. It's pretty self-explanatory though. All they have to do is basically push themselves, I love that word basically, don't I? Push themselves against the garage door. They press Y or triangle on the PlayStation 3. You press Y at the same time, again triangle. both of you freeze, then they press B or circle repeatedly and Y repeatedly, and eventually they'll have the car. They'll turn invisible on your screen, or vice versa if somebody else is doing the glitch. And then the person who is the normal online character will teleport outside. You'll see their blip teleport. You won't actually see them as themselves. But it's actually kind of funny to watch them teleport because they just completely disappear. So if you guys liked the video, I know it was a horrible explanation. I'll probably end up uploading a video on doing just this step eventually. I have a few other videos I need to record on glitches and things like that. So if you guys enjoy it, please leave a like, comment any problems, or if it worked for you, and subscribe to keep up to date, because I will be showing a better version of just this part eventually. So I'll see you guys next time.